Getting the 123 restoration to the end of the line identified some issues with the engine rebuild, including some oil leaks. And you can see on the sump pan here, which has got a few dings and dents, that there was some oil around there. I was not sure if it was coming from there, but regardless, I noted the pan was not ideal, so I bought a new one and a gasket, and this is how we replaced it. So the pan is still available, and you can see here from Mercedes, I think it was around, it's 100 something Australian dollars, 60, 70 US. There's a Victor Ryan's gasket for that sump, and the plugs are also available, as you can see. And it's something that just tidies up the car. Most of these cars are not daily drivers, and so a new one going on there will look good for a long time. So I've drained out the oil, which had only done a few hundred Ks actually, but I did have this oil leak, which we have now since identified. So the old pan comes off with the, I think they were 5mm in-hex bolts, and I have the figure of 17 of them in my head around the actual pan, and there's around 3 of them which are longer bolts that have spaces to hold those brackets for the lines you can see. So once that's off, you can see the dipstick coming through at the bottom. You can see the oil pickup from the pump, and that part is available through various sources. And there's the old pan with debris and some average looking oil. So here's the new pan compared to the old one, same dimensions, just in nice condition, and we're about to put that one on. So here's an oil sump, well, a couple of oil sump plugs you can buy. These were just from Pelican Parts, and the crush washers for those sump plugs. And I can't recall if I used these bolts or I had a dimensional problem with them. They might have been a bit too long, I can't recall. So there's the oil pickup. There's the connecting rods at the bottom of the engine going up to the pistons, and there's a little oil drain you can see on the top right of the screen that's coming from this breather hose down this, or it's coming from this hose down the side of the left engine bay. There's that drain coming from that hose there. So my diligent colleagues are giving these a brake clean to get all the debris off the little filter housing there. So there's that drain, and there's the pickup strainer, which has been brake cleaned. And these seem to actually fit a number of engines. They're not just specific for 110s. When I look them up from aftermarket sources, they're for a number of cars. So that's ready to go back on. And then it's time to put the new sump on with the gasket. There's no sealant used for this. So on we go here. Now these bolts are going to go in at 11 Newton meters. You'll see in a second. So I've used a torque wrench to accurately put them on, working our way around, and not straight to 11, but these have gone down softer than that first. You can see one of those brackets which needs the long bolt and the spacer. And there's another couple of brackets which need the long bolts and the spacers. So you can see there the 11 Newton meters to secure those.
Time I did this is on the M110. Is fuck all yep.
So to complete the oil drainage, we're going to take off the oil filter housing and replace that. And we've got the metal canister here, which I think is done up to 35 Newton meters. You'll see in a second. A little bit of oil can tip out of there. And out it comes with the old filter in there. I think that was just a 17mm. So here's the Marlow filter. I'm having a 5 litre and the 280s. I've got a lot of these filters lying around. I'm just giving that a brake clean to clean out any of the debris in there. The label's starting to wear off with a bit of time. So in goes the filter, and then we'll put the gasket on top with a bit of oil on it. And that's now ready to go on. So just hand tight to start with, don't crank the heck out of this thing, and you can see the torque value there of 35 Newton meters, whereas the oil drain plug is at 40 Newton meters.
That's it.
So we put in around 6 litres of 20W50 XLD oil before running the car and checking the oil on the dipstick. What's it look like on the side of the cylinder head? It's all good there.